Good morning. Trying out my wireless mic now. My GoPro camera's given up the ghost. I'm just using my phone now, and I remembered I'd bought this wireless mic. The GoPro was just too easy to use, small, and you could carry it in your hand. But anyway, yes, good morning. I was only going to be staying here one night, but there's roadblocks. The taxi drivers are protesting the state of the roads. I think there's roadblocks all over Bolivia today in certain areas. And it's the taxi drivers are blocking the road into Tarija, which is where I'm wanting to go. So I've got an enforced day here, which could be worse. To be honest, that drive over the mountains, it was a few hours yesterday, and the conditions I drove in were quite stressful. Plus I was in second and third gear all the time, so I'm actually quite tired from that. So maybe an enforced rest wouldn't be too bad a thing anyway. So yeah, so I'm stuck here, and I'm not too fussed about it. So I'll make the most of it. I've had a look at the town. There's a few wee things. I thought it'd just be a wee dead end town because it's in the middle of the mountains. Didn't think there'd be much going on. But according to Google, there's a few things. Maybe even a nice coffee shop. So hey ho. So anyway, we have a walk into town, and I shall speak to you soon. Right, so I'm finally leaving the campground, going for a walk into town. It's about 12:30. I've had a slow start to the morning. I'm feeling really tired. I'm hoping it's just that drive through the mountains yesterday, as I said earlier. But with all the insect bites, you get a wee bit paranoid. It could be the start of something. I'm not usually this sore after things, but I feel like I've just played an hour and a half of football yesterday. So yeah, but then I've not been doing much exercise recently either. It's just mostly been walking, and even that's taking a nosedive. So yeah, I'm hoping it's just that a day's rest will see me all right. I need to get the angle of this camera right. There's a wee, so that's the comes here. There's a wee roadside shop, serves drinks and stuff, all very basic. But yeah, I've not been feeling that great. So I'm hoping I did some stretching, some exercise. I actually feel better for that. Took a couple of painkillers, so hopefully it's just that drive yesterday. So anyway, enough about that. The guy's nice enough on the campsite. The woman is a bit more reserved. She'll say hi if you're in her path or something. But yeah, she's just generally quite reserved. They're both Germans. I don't want to go into any racial stereotypes because I met a lot of nice Germans, especially when I was away at the football last year. But yeah, she is who she is. So yeah, let's go for a walk into town. Yeah, not so good with the sun. The sun behind me, as you'll see. Lying down the screen. Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous thing. The insects are insects, bites are bites, but they bite differently in different countries, I've found. And here in Bolivia, they're infuriatingly itchy, and they stay itchy for days. In Brazil and Paraguay, mostly, if they bit you, they would come up and they would itch for an hour or half an hour. But if you left them alone, they would just go away really bad. In Bolivia, they're like bites. If I ever got bitten, it might have been abroad. I remember I was in France one time and I got bitten a lot around my ankles, and they were just a nightmare. You didn't feel them at first, but like a day later, they came up in the red dots or the red lumps, and they were infuriatingly itchy for days until they settled down. Well, that's what it's like here in Bolivia. So yeah, so that's another thing I wouldn't miss as I get up in the mountains. I'm not enjoying the cooler conditions. It's nicer now, but yeah, as I'm getting older, it's true what they say, in the colder you feel your aches and pains more in the cold, and that's definitely what's happening. Oh, so like an old geezer, enough of my aging ailments. But yeah, the insect bites, who knew insects bite differently. Right, I'm even 10 minutes from the campsite, and here I'm waffling on again. Right, speak soon. See what's randomly walking my way, as you do in Bolivia, just wandering up the road. Yeah, that must be the mum, maybe. They seem a wee bit younger. That last one wasn't so sure there. But yeah, for a walk up the lane. Nightmare. 20 minutes into my walk, and that was downhill. And I realised I've not brought any cash with me. And I can't do anything without cash. I was wanting to maybe get a wee bit of shopping and at least get a coffee. So I'll never take, I'll certainly not take contactless payments here. That's one of the difficulties of Bolivia. It's cash only. They've got their own wee system. I don't know if I've talked about it before. It's like a PayPal thing. They scan a QR code and they can pay things with that, but you've got to be a citizen to do that. So I just need to go back for cash and start all over again. I was gaining on that person on the horse, but I don't think I am now. I guess you just go on your horse and go into town like we would jump in the car. Yeah, that's cool. Here's an example of someone we've seen before. The rest of the wall is quite drab. There's a brand new, very modern looking gate on it. I don't even know if the house behind's finished. But yeah, everything else is kind of looks like it's been standing for too long and needs a lick of paint at the very least. And then you get places like this with a brand new door, modern as well. It's very weird. So we're in the square, the main plaza now. It's not up to much, it's just a wee place. The old guys were staring at me. I'm like, what's that gringo doing here? Don't see many year right. But yeah, that's the plaza. There's a horse. Is that a horse or a donkey? It's a donkey in the plaza. Let's go and have a closer look at the donkey in the plaza. Yep, a donkey in the plaza. What else? It was Bolivia after all. Well, that's the guy on the horse I just took a picture of. Elogiio Rui Paz. He was a national hero in the Chaco War. And the coffee shop's just over there, and I think it's open, but I don't want to get too excited yet. So I thought I'd have a wee wander up to the Christ the Redeemer statue. A wee bit of a climb. Obviously, comparisons got to be made to the big one in Rio, but this is very different. It's quite nice. Nice gardens actually leading up. We'll wander up and I'll speak when I get my breath back. Getting closer now. Hallelujah, that says underneath it. Not bad view either. This is the view from the top. As you can see, there's the statue up there, and then over on to the other side. You can see the river down there. The way they've designed the way up, but it's probably so it's a windy path, slow windy path, like I'm going to see on the mountains here. I think but there's no stairs for a quick entrance or exit, so it's a slow walk down as well. Let's come up here to practice his violin. I saw him come up earlier on. I didn't realise he'd made it right to the top. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I'm going to be practice. Should have brought my pipes up. See how that went down. You walk up the river to get back. I must say that ibuprofen's starting to hit the spot, which I would like to think it would, because it must be very strong. My pace has picked up a fair bit on what I was like before. So yeah, so I'll see how it goes. Yeah, I feel better for it. I've not checked in for a few days. I got here on Tuesday. Can't even remember what time I did. I last checked in. I caught COVID. I think it was COVID. It was certainly a bad flu. I was not well for quite a few days. Even today, I'm just about strong enough to drive. Plus, there's nothing there. I've had no food. Not that I've been eating anything anyway, but I've no food that even fancied eating. You know, when you're not feeling well, you just think, oh, I might have this or I might have that. None of that. So I'm strong enough to move today. I'm bored there, it was quite quiet. I mean, a great place to hole up for a few days. We had a bar and a restaurant, and like, so if I wanted to eat, there was food there. So, you know, a place to could have been worse places to get that. But anyway, I had to come down the hill. That's the campsite up there. I grounded the van on the way reversing out. I'll show you that on the way back. And then as I turned, the van tilted quite a lot to the left. I thought I was going over, but thankfully it's got enough balance in it not to do that. So, but me and Jorge, the guy, the owner, we both got a bit of a fright there. But anyway, I came down here to turn. I'm going to get diesel and we'll get on the road to Tarija. I certainly don't feel so tired now. My heart's beating. Right, so this is the place on the left. Get my revs up. Yeah, that's the entrance there, so I was surprised they grounded on those rocks. But that tilt there, I don't know if you saw the tilt on this one. Okay. Bye. There was Jorge. I don't have to steer and wave, so the camera took a back seat as you would expect. Oh god, I've got the heating on. Yeah, it's a wee bit milder today because the sun's been out. Plus all that excitement there's fairly warmed me up as well. But right, let's get going. Fingers crossed for diesel. So there's my pole. I'm going to have to leave it. It won't fit in the van. Nightmares. The van without the bar. Thankfully I don't really use it. I use the other one for getting in and out the side door, but I don't really need that one. Which, if there's any bit of fortune about it, it's that it was this side. But yeah, let's get on the road. Well, the day's not all bad. Didn't expect it to be. I got diesel there. First time I'm asking. They just asked where the van was from. This guy around the back side, Scotia. I don't know how they put that through, because I think they're limited in the countries they can put on. But anyway, I don't care. I've got diesel. So this time, let's go on the road. See how kind these mountains are going to be to me. See you soon. So I've just arrived in Tarija. It feels like January here. We're a wee bit higher up. I think it's about 2,000 metres here. But this is it. There's folk here at the square dancing. I'm going to show you. Oh, that was good timing. It's not quite as traditional as what I was watching, but that's interesting for a Saturday afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon. Well, good morning. It was comfortable enough. It got down to about 5 degrees. And when you've no heating, that's cold. But I've got enough to keep me warm. I've got my sleeping bag. I've got a down sleeping bag, plus my duvet and my clothes. So I was actually fine. Yeah, I'm organised now. I've got laundry to do, and I've got shopping to do. So I'm going to wait and see if I can get all that done. As you can see, the sun's out. It's much more comfortable now with the sun out, so you can enjoy yourself moving around. But yeah, I'll take some pictures and stuff and see you soon. Well, my first impressions of Tarija. There's an element of sophistication that I've not seen anywhere else in Bolivia. Most other places in Bolivia have been a bit kind of basic, maybe backwards, but this is a well-developed city. I'm guessing there's money here, maybe because it is the wine region. I'm assuming they've built their money on that. Plus, they're close to the Argentinian border, so that's maybe helped their economy as well. But bloody hell, what a difference! It's like being in a proper city here. Amazing. It's more like Buenos Aires than it is Bolivia. From what I've seen, it's making me feel like I'm back in Buenos Aires a bit. It's the nice buildings and the streets and the infrastructure. And we're not even in the centre yet. Mind you, it's Sunday. I think I've miscalculated on the laundry service, but there's usually somebody open. I'm not giving up yet. There's a couple more on my list. Well, in any other country in the world, We would avoid the expensive restaurants right on the side of the main plaza. It was about £6 for a coffee and an omelette, which is as much as my stomach could take anyway, but I would expect to pay more for that, more than that in Dundee, never mind somewhere like this. But yeah, I was finding out about Tarija. It's always been an important regional hub, even when it was colonial. It was an agricultural hub and an administrative hub as well. So it's always been quite important. Now it's booming with the wine. It's an important wine region, and it's got natural gas resources. So between all that, it's doing very well for itself, and it's not like being in Bolivia at all. It's just, as I've said already, it's blowing me away. Excuse my voice, I just realised my voice is not recovered from this, from being ill as well. But yeah, right, I'll speak soon. Well, I'm back at the van, not 100% successful, didn't get my laundry in, but got a nice brunch and a shower. Oh, and it's nice and warm now as well. As you can see, it's very, very quiet around here just during the day. Even last night it was fine. I don't think the weather helped, the light rain, but everything quieting down by about 10, 11 o'clock anyway. So yeah. Morning. It's Monday, so I'm going to get my laundry done. That's about it today. I'll have a wee look round the town. Still not over this thing that I've had, but I'll not bore you with that. Just not feeling 100%, a wee bit, just a bit drained. Anyway, yeah, place is peaceful, place is actually fine. I've probably said before, it's not up to much, but it gets busy at night. But it's more geared towards youths, like younger people and kids, because like this is like a skating rink and some. It's more like a leisure park. There's a bit more over the back, so a lot of families come here. So you've done it. Certainly, I've not seen a drinking culture for a wine region. I've not seen much of a drinking culture. So there's no lots here. Nearly fell over. So yeah, for a wine region, I've not seen many youngsters coming, or anybody coming having a drink, which is quite good. So yeah, this place has been really safe and peaceful. Everything quiets down about 10 o'clock, and it's fine. Right, anyway, I'm going to go in and see if I can get my laundry in this time, and then take it from there. Take Bolivia. It's still hard to get things done in Bolivia. I went to that first laundry that I saw yesterday. That was open, but I wasn't doing I wasn't doing a laundry service. I must be just doing dry cleaning or something. I mean, it advertises laundry, so something's not working. So she's directed me along the road to somewhere. I said it wasn't far, but I couldn't find it. But there is one along here on Google, so I'm going to try that, and fingers crossed. Jeez. It should be so easy. I got a lavender that was open that's taking my stuff. I'll get it back tomorrow. But look at this. Look at a model of the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to go and take a picture of this. Oh, and there's a Volkswagen van. What it relates to, there's nothing obvious, but it's very random, isn't it? It's a nice apartment hotel here as well. I like to see, you keep forgetting you're in Bolivia, and then the Refugio Laundry and you remember exactly where you are. But that's it in now. I'll get it back tomorrow lunchtime. Fabulous. So this is the Casa Dorada. It's a national museum now, but it used to be a mansion. It's not $5,000. There's clearly been a lot of money around here for a long time. It's really well looked after and maintained. Very impressive. Well, I've made it up to this mirador, and it is definitely worth the journey. These are spectacular views. That'll be the start of the Andes in front of us. I think that's it this time. I've been saying it for days. That's the start of the Andes. No, that is. But yeah, I think it's got to be the start of the Andes now. Yeah. Be over the other side of town. I have to say, when the sun's up during the day, it's really warm, although I've got a few layers on because it's quite nippy in the shade. But what a difference to overnight when the sun goes away, how much the temperature drops. I've heard of that before, but this is the first time I've really experienced it. So that's the lookout up there from down below. But yeah, Tarija is just, look at it, look at this. It's just not like Bolivia that I've seen. Certainly not the Bolivia I've been travelling through just now. Even Santa Cruz, it was alright, but it was a big sort of dirty basic city. Very rough around the edges, but there's a thriving middle class here, and you can see the difference that makes to places. Yeah, there's much nicer things to cater for people that can afford it. It's quite stark. This is the Central Market. I think it was built with the intention of it being like a sophisticated European mall, because it's got that vibe about it. It does seem to have worked out that way. Don't know if you can see that woman fast asleep down there. But yeah, it's all individual stalls, very Bolivian, but not a European style, more a very authentic Bolivian style mall in a grand building. Here's a cabinet full of Chilean Bolivian wines. It's quite a selection. And this is a Singani on the top. That's their own spirit. No idea what it tastes like. I wish I was feeling better because I would try all this. But the thought of alcohol right at the moment just doesn't appeal to me. That's when I know I'm not well, I guess. But yeah, look, plenty to choose from. Good morning. It's Tuesday today. I'm going to be moving on. I've got laundry in, and it's not going to be available till midday, they say. So I'll leave in an hour. I'll get there about half 11ish. Hopefully it's sitting around ready, and we'll get on the road. Going to head in the mountains towards my last stop before a uni, which is to Pisa. See how that road goes. If I can do the whole route today, I will, but I can't see it. I think the road's going to be too slow, so I've got a place marked out. Yeah, this place is quiet as usual during the day. Somebody pulled into the car park with their music blaring about 1 o'clock in the morning. I think they were here to eat something, and then they went on their way. But yeah, I got noisy for about 20 minutes or so. But other than that, it's been a great place to stop. Nobody bothers you, it's really quiet. It's just a pity the bathrooms weren't open more regularly. That would have been good. And maybe a water point as well, just to get some water, although I'm fine for water. Anyway, rambling on. So yeah, I'm just spending the morning here. Then I'll nip along soon, get my laundry up and get on the road. I shall speak to you soon. Say the recovery continues. I'm feeling a little bit better every single day, but it does get to you when you're not 100%. It does get wearing after a few days. But what can you do? Just got to keep soldiering on, keep it on. Hopefully we'll be a bit better again tomorrow and thereafter. Okay, that's enough of that. Looking at these food trucks during the day, they're packed up. You'd think that was shut for the week, but I don't know if they store everything, but they must put it round the back, or they've got stores. Because come the evening, it's all back to trading again. Anyway, I'm waiting to hopefully get my laundry. Don't know whether I get coffee or not. I don't know if I feel like one, but anyway, let's go in and see if we can get our laundry anyway. Got my laundry back, no bother at all, so we're all set. Just delivering whether to go for my coffee now. Usually that's an easy decision. I'm still not 100% by a long way. I'm getting there, but it sucks the enjoyment out of things. Yeah. Anyway, stop complaining, Billy. Should when I'm better, I'll be more philosophical. Okay, speak soon. I'm particularly hungry, but this lovely coffee shop was too good to pass by. Plus I'm going to be on the road for quite a few hours, and I know what's going to happen. I'll be like an hour and a half down the road and totally regretting not having anything. So here we are. I've ordered a sandwich and a coffee, and I'm already looking forward to it. So the correct decision.